Hey, what's going on, guys? It's White Gaming, back again with some more Generation Zero. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you are all good. Today is just a quick video bringing to you the Landfall Update hotfix. This is brilliant, a hotfix for the Landfall Update which will solve a lot of issues that people have been having with the weapon wheel primarily. It's pretty damn good that they've got this out there. They are working on extra steps to make the weapon wheel better for people, but we'll go into that in just a second. Before we jump into the main bit of this, let us subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. Greatly appreciate it. It helps us all grow. And this is today's Generation Zero video, so there's not one tonight, but we are back on Saturday with more GZ. So then going forward, it is on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 7 PM for Generation Zero. So, we've really appreciated all the kind words about our recent Landfall update, and we're happy to see that everyone was just as excited to battle the new machines as we were. There were a couple of things that we saw which ended up going live when we might not have intended for it, or they just didn't shape up to our expectations. We're always reading as much feedback as we can get our hands on for every release, and we'll continue to do so, but in the meantime there are a few points we thought needed addressing right now. Weapon wheel fix. You can now move around whilst using the weapon wheel. Base defense fix. We fixed an issue that would cause shell casings ejecting from players' guns to destroy your buildings. Daily assignments are now live alongside weekly assignments ready for us to go, and that is at your FMTEL station, which is at most major bases, so like bunkers and little bits here and there. They're not at every single one, but you should know what they are by now, which is brilliant because now we can actually get a use of that FMTEL crate, which I am quite excited about. That is basically an extra plunder. We can do loads of daily, weekly missions and just fill up that box. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I love that. Now, moving on with more about the weapon wheel. The weapon wheel has had mixed feedback, as we've seen, and for good reason. For console players, it resulted in a subpar experience for those trying to utilise the new feature in combat, as you had to stand in place when switching to another slot. We've switched the input to the right stick on controllers for wheel selection, freeing up traversal at the same time. Base defense had some quirks that we were originally perplexing to discover. Players were reporting quick destruction of their newly built walls, which was never intended. We quickly identified the issue to be a physics-related one. Whenever a shell casing would land on a built structure, it somehow tagged to cause damage on impact. This should no longer occur. See, I didn't know that, but that's very cool. I'm glad that they've got that sorted. I'm happy with that. Now, daily assignments. We will now be live again. There was a temporary offline due to incorrect context keys going out with the Landfall update, which caused issues communicating with the Apex Connect servers. For players, this would have resulted in various issues, not receiving loot for assignments, assignments not counting correctly, etc. This should not occur anymore since many categories of assignments. We'll be keeping a close eye and if there are further issues being reported. The weekly assignments, somewhat related to the daily assignments, and this new category will now have longer-term goals for you and your fellow Resistance fighters. For those that love to chase long-term goals, you can find them in the same place you do with your other assignments. We will continue to monitor the release after this hotfix and keep an eye on how well these solutions are working. In the meantime, we're also moving forward through the roadmap on some fresh features for you all. Very exciting, fresh features. Everybody loves fresh features. Now, one thing that is really a bit odd with the weapon wheel, obviously the original system, I'm not slating the developers at all, but the original system was fine, and don't fix what ain't broke, in a nutshell. It would be very nice if the weapon, I love the weapon wheel personally, I know a lot of people don't, but on the other hand a lot of people do. So, you know, people that, I've got a lot of comments saying, oh, I hate the weapon wheel, it's awful, it's this and that. It is down to personal preference, and I think that should have been understood by the devs, and it should have been introduced as an option rather than a straight out feature. We should have the option to switch between the new and the old one. I don't know how difficult it would be to actually implement that, but I think that would have been the best solution overall, giving people the option to actually do it rather than just whacking it in there. Because when there was talks of the weapon wheel, people didn't really pick up on it, I don't think. Obviously, I covered it, Tenebrous covered it, and a lot of people said it was cool, and then nobody was really that interested. There was obviously a lot bigger things going on, so more weapons, updates, and all that kind of stuff. But I do think that the weapon wheel should be a feature that you choose to have. Whether they'll actually implement that, I don't know, because it has, as bad as well, it's not good, but a lot of people have said it has turned them away from the game, which nobody wants that. This community is brilliant. It's thriving since the Landfall update. I am loving it. I know a lot of other people are loving it, but those few that feel alienated because of the weapon wheel change, I completely understand that. Hopefully the developers do something to fix that. Like I said, potentially introducing an option to have old style selection system. Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. Maybe that'll just completely rework the weapon wheel, or this fix will actually help a lot of people and they'll enjoy it. I know I enjoy it. I mean, having more stuff at your disposal is always better, right? Always better. But anyway, I've rambled on. Now, they are working for some fresh new features, which everybody is excited for. I don't know what these features are going to be yet. Hopefully, I know a lot of people want new weapons. Personally, I'm not really that bothered about new weapons. There is a ton of weapons in the game. What I would love to see is new attachments, possibly weapon skins, a lot of cool stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you want to see from Generation Zero over the next few months. For today, though, I have been Wired. Subscribe to the channel, double like on the video. If you want to support the channel a little bit further, please check out the members tab down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on Saturday with some more Generation Zero.